Kaiju Network is back with more bad news because that's what you sign up for when you come to this channel. We get the good, the bad, and the ugly, but today is a little bit more bad. I mean, you know what? I would actually call it ugly too, if I'm going to be honest. uh, uh, yeah, and you know what? You know what? Alex Jones knows a thing or two about getting blocked, okay? Warner Brothers didn't like, and I could go through the copyright if you guys wanted to see it later, but uh, basically, they had me copyright striked for. It actually wasn't a strike. I say that incorrectly. It was a block, which means that I'm not getting a strike on my channel. I just have to private the video. Uh, so basically, Legendary was upset, or sorry, Warner Brothers was upset that I had shown multiple panels, including the Suicide Squad one. Uh, I don't remember the other ones, but I know for a fact the Suicide Squad one, they were upset that I showed that. So this is, it's whatever. But I figured I was gonna do a news video on this, but I just recorded a video this morning breaking down the footage. So today we're just gonna show off the news. Um, oh God, now I can hear myself. Okay, let's get this up. This is what we're dealing with here, people. We there could be some legal action, and this, if this happened, this is not a good thing. Um, I could let you guys read the article. I kind of already. A lot of this stuff is filler. The main point of this stuff is that supposedly the announcement of all these things going to HBO was something that Legendary only had about a 30-minute notice about. Uh, Basically saying, uh, we're gonna do this. We're gonna announce this today. Like I don't know if they I mean if at that point you're not even asking permission. You're just saying this is what we're doing. So they had a half an hour notice. They went ahead and did it, and this is the point that they're at now, where Legendary is kind of pissed off because Warner Brothers is the distributor, but Legendary, they want to make some money somehow, and right now it's looking like if if the theaters are not going to bring in the cash, uh, it's like they're kind of relying on the streaming, so therefore Legendary is not going to make anything off of that because this is just Warner Brothers selling it to themselves, isn't it? Now, yes, there are different divisions of Warner Brothers, and that's a separate thing, but it's still a Warner Brothers entity being themselves selling it to their own streaming service. So I don't know how that would work out for Legendary because I don't know if they would give them a cut of that, but this, from what I know, this is just going to not give them enough profit. And Legendary has this pretty deal sitting here. They have this $200 million deal. They have 75% of their budget financed from Netflix. So that's looking like a pretty nice thing. Um, but this one is saying Godzilla versus Kong costs about 160 million. I don't know where they're getting that source from, by the way, because I don't think that information has ever been out there. But I, hey, I guess it costs 160 million according to comic book, but I've seen. I guess they're sort of reliable, so I'll leave it alone. But this is putting them in a tricky spot because now we don't actually know. There could be a change. Like if Legendary is going to take legal action, we don't actually know what this is going to do to marketing, but we know what it probably will do. It's probably going to, I hate to say it, it's probably going to push everything forward more. It might not push the release date, but it most certainly will push any marketing forward. Now, if Warner Brothers is able to dismiss Legendary shit, then it'll stay and they'll truck along themselves. But it's kind of looking like at this point, if you're on Legendary's side, they're trying to stop this. They're trying to stop everything that HBO Max is doing because any more advertisements for this, Warner Brothers is going to tack on HBO Max on it, and Legendary does not want that to happen, so they're stopping it. Comment here. This could be it. This could be the reason why Legendary could have decided the next day or the same day that they were going to take legal action, and it's just not publicized till now. That's very possible. That's why we didn't have a trailer, because that was, the story's coming out today, but this behind the scenes could have been happening immediately, like last week or whatever. So that's entirely possible. Yeah, that's why we didn't really get anything. And I respect Legendary too, but they're in a pickle at this point because the fans are probably going to be pissed off at Legendary, honestly, because so it's just like, because they're in a weird place right now because they want to make sure that they can make money off of this. But we all know Legendary. We know that Legendary has a good track record of doing shit for the fans. They like us. The directors that they bring on like us. Thomas Tull is a producer on this in the franchise. He likes us. So yes, they're a company and they're about the money, but they're less like hawkish as Warner Brothers is. Legendary, they get people that care about the franchise, but they're also going to be the same company in this battle that's potentially going to be pushing forward the marketing even more, which is just going to suck for us. Okay, I just got a donation and nothing. There we go. Thank you. Thailand. So yeah, like it's a weird thing. See if you guys have anything to say about it. Kong will win. I don't want HBO Max. Yeah, we're gonna have to see. So here it is. Legendary didn't have much of a say in how its titles will be released. So I guess basically the argument the Legendary is taking forward is that Warner Brothers, by doing this, kind of breached some kind of co-financing contract or deal, whether it was written or verbal, and that's basically the thing that's screwing them. They could have an argument. I don't know why Warner Brothers would just do this. Yeah. So this is from Variety. Okay, so there you go. That's your first source. Sean isn't here today, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, and this guy is going to be in a Jordan Vogt Roberts next movie. So there you go. Yeah, I still don't know why the hell they're calling this budget. I don't know where they got that from. Maybe that was also from Variety. Whoops. Yeah. So basically, Legendary's in a tough spot. They're, I think, I don't know. This is gonna be weird. This is another wait and see thing because at this point, this is just another thing hindering a trailer. But like was mentioned earlier, this could have been going on. This could be really why nothing came out yesterday, unfortunately. But that's what we look like we're dealing with right now. Don't say that about Jack. I'm just kind of like see if there was anything I missed in here. Like, oh, okay, this is a good development. Take a look at this. Legendary was blocked by Warner Media from selling Godzilla vs Kong to Netflix earlier this year. Yet Warner Media did not inform Legendary about putting that film on HBO Max. So I just don't understand. Really, I guess I just don't understand the legal shit here because I guess I just don't understand the contract that they have. Let's talk about the clip. Did we not do that yesterday? I have a video up right now about that. But But it's just like I don't understand because like so Warner has the power to block Legendary from selling to Netflix because obviously because Warner's the distributor. So I don't know why Legendary would then have the power to dictate what Warner does with it. So here's what I think is going to happen if I understand this. Warner Brothers, I think what they're doing is completely legal, but it's a really shitty hawkish thing to do. Like we can technically sell it to ourselves on our service and cut you out from any profit. We can do that, but it's still shitty. I don't think Legendary has a case. But again, there's Sean. But I'm an idiot and I don't exactly know the contract that they have with each other. So it's kind of confusing. You guys, would you guys want me to get Sean in here if he could? But yeah, it's kind of it's just I think it's a weird situation. I could go directly to the Variety article. I just didn't see that one. I just went to this one. We'll have to see. Hmm, I think maybe their argument is that because they co-financed GVK and Dune. Um, okay, he's working. I think the reason is that because they put their own money into it, they're not just the production company because they have co-financed it. That they want something for it. Um, this is a tricky thing though. I don't know because I mean I think Legendary if they skipped Warner Brothers and just put it to Netflix, they could say, "Hey, we'll give you a cut of whatever what we got from Netflix." I don't know. um, but then at the same time, Warner Brothers could be like, "Okay, we'll put it on HBO Max, but we can also give you a cut of whatever." I just don't know. I also don't know how the money works in this scenario. Like, I don't understand how Legendary is gonna. See, this is why I'm not an analyst. Okay, well that you know what that's a. Let's see if I can find it. That's probably a good idea. Um, sure. I mean, like put it in the theaters first. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. The Hangover. Um, Legendary is hoping to first negotiate a more generous deal, but isn't taking legal action off the table. Oh, okay. So it's legal action's not off the table, but it's not their first thing. Okay, that makes sense. Um, but they're not taking off, and they can't compromise. One possibility is that Warner Brothers would buy the films outright from Legendary. Yeah, I mean that makes the most sense to me. Legendary gets their cut. Warner Brothers can do with it what they want in their service. That makes the most sense. Um, yeah, like it says here, it's unclear what grounds Legendary would use, what legal grounds they would use to challenge the decision, though it would likely involve a breach of contract. And again, we don't know that contract because these are private companies, and we don't really know what agreement Legendary and Warner Brothers had. Um, okay, well, here we are. We have some quotes, I guess. Legendary declined to comment. Let's do what WB said. Part of Legendary, is this a quote? Yeah. Part of Legendary's frustration is that despite largely bankrolling Dune and Godzilla vs. Kong, the production company didn't have much of a say in how its I don't like that word, buzzy titles would be released. Moreover, the company felt that Warner Brothers wasn't being transparent with its intentions. Months ago, Netflix had discussed possible sale for a hefty 250 million. What? I thought it was 200 million. 250 million, but Warner Media, the parent company, blocked the arrangement. Are they okay? So they're just as did Warner Brothers. That's me being stupid. You can throw shade at me for that one. That's just me reading fast. So yeah, what this does to a trailer, I think it's probably just gonna. I don't know. There's two scenarios. Either Warner Brothers kind of scares themselves into not doing anything. They're like, okay, we're just gonna hold off until we know we're clear with Legendary, or they might decide we have a better legal case than they do. We're gonna win this shit anyway. Let's just keep going with marketing. Either side, I think, is likely. You could look at it and say, well, they've already gone this far without asking Legendary. They might as well just do it. But then again, maybe they want to be cautious. AT&T's, well, yeah. I mean, there's so many parent companies and so much crap. It's a lot of high level business stuff that probably makes no sense. I haven't really looked at the chat, but yeah, this December 10th, I see a couple people mentioning December 10th. I don't know about that now. we're gonna have to see. But again, I mean, if this news story, is coming out late, maybe the deal's already happened, and that's yet to come out. So we'll see. But again, by even bringing this up, Legendary has put themselves in a bad position because now they have to defend delaying shit. Potentially, they have to defend, holding stuff up, which is not going to be an easy sell right now, considering how wound up everybody is. Yeah. So Renee kind of hits the nail on the head. Sort of. Right. I mean, like if you're taking Legendary side, you're saying you want it delayed another year. Yeah, it's weird. So I don't know. Like, we all want the film, but we don't want Legendary to fold, or anything, or just be like give up on these franchises. Now I don't know what their contract is with Warner Brothers or how long it goes, but they had Universal as a distributor at one point, but they got rid of that. So I don't know. Like, Jack already has a movie. So yeah, we're in a weird spot. That's all from that article. That was about it. So yeah, this is just kind of an interesting little time here. Well, but again, Legendary is a company. You got to do what you got to do. I mean, they don't really say if it was a 50-50 finance, but if it was, and if we can take Variety's word on the budget, that's 80 million that they shoved into the movie a piece, if it's an even split. You're not going to give an $80 million investment for, It's just I don't know. I don't know the situation entirely, but all I know is that there's drama. There is two competing ideas for what is going to happen, but I think we might be fine because I think Warner Brothers probably has the case here because they are a distributor. From what we know about their contract, they're the distributor. They have the rights to do whatever they want with it in terms of where it goes. Legendary can be mad about not seeing as much profit. 75 Legendary, 25 Warner Bros. Okay. Okay. So Legendary can be mad about it, but it doesn't mean that they're going to have a good case. Especially if they have that much stake in the movie. I'm like giving Target a free advertising spot. Get out of here. So GVK on Netflix and HBO Max for limited time. I streaming services do not like to have the same shows on. Just saying. The only time you'll ever see that is like Netflix or sorry, Hulu and Disney Plus because they're both owned by Disney. So like they both have The Simpsons on there, but you're not gonna see something like that. Um, yes, he does, but he's got a beard now. So, um, yeah, I don't really have a big discussion plan for this. I'm certainly not going to go for another 7.5 hours. So if you have more questions or more comments or things to say, I can stick around. But this is just kind of me throwing it out there that like I just don't really know what's going on. But all I do know is that it's some corporate level drama that nobody really understands. There's private contracts that me and you don't understand. But from what I know, it looks like Warner Brothers is probably going to win. But in the chance that Legendary does win, or in the chance that Warner Brothers decides to, let this stuff roll over before they do any more marketing, we could see another delay before this next trailer actually comes out. So just be prepared for that because it is a possibility. Um, Hunter Janky, when is the trailer? We don't know, man. Um, Legendary has Pacific Rim and Pacific Rim Uprising. You didn't realize that? Yes, they do. But yeah, Christmas maybe, but they'll have to. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not going that long. I'm not. Although my viewership keeps going up for some reason, so I guess I can just keep repeating myself for you guys that are just coming in. Legendary thinks that Warner Brothers screwed them on the deal, on the HBO Max deal. They're gonna take legal action if new negotiations don't work. So that could stall things. And somebody earlier theorized that maybe that's why we didn't have footage yesterday because maybe this was already happening behind the scenes. Sometimes it does take these things to come out a little late. Um, so like sometimes the stuff will leak over and it's actually a week old because it's just executives like talking on the phone and shit, and that doesn't really get out until days or weeks later. So this could have all happened before the CCXP. Like this could have happened the day after the HBO Max announcement came out, and they could have been like, "Yeah, this is not going to work out. We're going to keep renegotiating. You're not showing any footage or anything at CCXP because at your panel because you're bullshit." And bottom line, yeah, talk with their co-financers. Yesterday was an 8-hour long stream. which was taken down, but I am working on cutting an edited version of like our reactions to the. Actually, I do have a clip of me and Sean reacting to the footage on my newest video, my newest breakdown. Um, but yeah, I just click a button like this. Um, but yeah, that's really all I got. I mean, it's just it's kind of another wait and see thing, but it's still an update that I feel like people should know about. And I didn't want to record again. I don't feel like editing. This is like real time editing, so I don't have to really do anything about it. Um, um, yeah, we did win CCXP yesterday. That is very true. So Legendary's in a tough spot. What are they going to do? I don't know. You don't know. Nobody's going to know. Um, and it is what it is. I do want to get something up quickly. Okay, I do want to find something. How do I? Okay. It wasn't 2 hours of Alfred. It was still like 20 more minutes than it should have been. All right, let me get this video for you. It is funny. Did I hit? Oh my god! Jeez, I hit freaking 3.2K subscribers. What in the world? I've made like 400 subs in the last like 30 something hours. Jesus. Okay. My newest video has a funny moment that I would like to share. Stupid Kaiju Network putting ads in his videos. What a dick. Okay. 69 likes and 1 dislike. That's how we do it. Okay. This is my newest video. Now, I'm not going to play the whole thing. Go watch the video after this or whatever. But this is still funny if you get the reference and if you've been around this community for a long time, you'll understand. But also, props to me for making this epic teaser in the beginning. Oh, shut up. We'll decrease the quality. Okay. I think this is funny. I don't know if you guys do. But all right. Ready? This is so true.
But apparently, they fucking did the same thing that they did last year. As far as I'm concerned right now, we're not getting a trailer. The general public is not getting a trailer. You, me, we're not getting a trailer yet. I'm fucking pissed. Is it that fucking hard? I mean, this is bad publicity for your movie. You're losing people. You're losing interest.
Now, I know Goji fan, I know that he hates that video is still around, but for those of you guys that don't know what that is, that's him from 2014 complaining about the Comic-Con release, how they had an exclusive for Comic-Con 20, I think it was 14 again, or it's 2013, sorry, and they didn't show it to the public, and he was upset. And I just think it's funny that I can match basically everything that he says, match it perfectly up with what happened yesterday. The same thing that they did last year. So, goddamn, why are so many? Why do people come into the stream when I'm already done talking about the good stuff? God damn it, people! I already closed the article too. Sorry. um. Yes, the crackhead cartoon panels were pretty garbage. But yeah, so that's just a little bit of fun, and that's kind of the dilemma we got right now. We're at this spot where it's just another wait and see. It's yet another roadblock. That's all I really have to say about it. Yet again, we have another roadblock that we got to deal with. Um, so who's gonna win the legal deal? I don't know, but it's to me, it's looking like Warner Brothers. But I don't know these contracts. I'm not in the I'm not film savvy in the business world. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll put this shirt up here because it's funny. I think this is by who is it by? I don't know. I think this is funny. So I'm gonna put that up there. Kong will not have electricity powers, and if he does, well, you know what? Maybe the shock collar right here. Uh, this is so hard to try to count. Yeah, the shock collar that he's got going on. I can't like do this. I'm not used to the green screen. The shock collar that he's got right here. Maybe he can harness the power from it. No, no, that's not happening. Mr. Nut says Team Barney like 4 times because Barney is here and he's fighting the big monkey. But yeah, do you guys have any opinions on this? Do you have any thoughts or anything? I just think that it's just like yesterday was disappointing. And I mentioned this last night. It was actually more disappointing that we got something and then we got a tease of something and then they never followed up with anything. That was what made it more disappointing for me. If they hadn't shown anything in that demo reel, the CCXP still would have been garbage. But it would have been. I didn't even mean to put that up there. Why is it up there? He's not wrong, but uh, it's just more upsetting that we got a glimpse of something and then they never followed up with it. I don't know how many properties they did that with, but they they did spend a bunch of time on Batwoman doing makeup. We got to sit with Cecile, the character from The Flash, and look at her pug for about 5 minutes. A bunch of garbage that nobody really cared about. I'm sure there's fans for that shit out there, but you couldn't have made a 5 minute segment for this movie. You didn't even have an interview. Or maybe you did. Fuck it. Show the trailer, get Adam Wingard up on fucking Zoom. What's he doing? He's going to make a lot of money from this if they haven't prepaid him already. He's sitting around, he's got nothing to do. Put him on Zoom, have him talk about his movie for 3 minutes, show the trailer for 2 minutes. There you go. There's your segment. Done. But we didn't get that. But still, at the end of the night, I was like, that was a fun stream. We had fun. We talked. I know I keep moving my mic. I'm very fidgety. We had our talk. We had our fun. We we got people to raid the actual CCXP stream, which is awesome. Me and Sean and Jack name dropped a bunch. But at the end of the night, I was like, it was fun. We had some fun. We didn't get anything. We got a couple of shots. That's great. But we had some fun. But it'll be here soon. The trailer, it's going to be here. The movie's in what, 6? Yeah, like a little over 6 months. We're going to be fine. It's going to be here. And then we just get this news. And it's just like, whatever feeling you had in your balls is gone. They've been kicked one too many times at this point. We let the people know what we wanted. I can't spell. Don't worry. Don't worry about it though. For those of you guys just coming in, I can pull this up again because now I think we've hit like our peak viewership. So yeah, it's you just get this kind of thing, and you're like, well, what's happening? It's like, are we just gonna continue to get screwed? So, you know, Godzilla singular point looks epic. Yeah, it looks. So it's yeah, and now we're getting more people. This is ridiculous. I never get people on streams like this. But it's just we're at this situation where just it's a wait and see again. I'm not gonna eat my mic. I do feel like I have to get pretty close to it though. High Flyers tag team was fun, not gonna lie. Yeah, but I mean their stream is still up, but they also friggin' played the same GIF for like 7 hours. At least we got it taken down, but we had our fun while it lasted, and you guys got to watch it with us. Oh, there she is. Look at her. She's right there. Oh shit! I could maybe eat the mic if I took this off. Oh, that was nasty. There's a comment I just saw. Yeah, the only thing that I have to say about this comment is that because it is co-financed, so there's a power struggle. Warner Brothers is a distributor. But again, I don't know. Like, I don't exactly know if putting it on HBO Max would also screw Legendary because whatever ticket sales happens, I assume they would get a cut. You know, Warner Brothers, you fund 20. I think it would say 25% of the movie. It should be like, I don't know, maybe they get 25% of the ticket sales. I don't know. So you'd think that they would just do the same thing no matter where it's distributed. Like that shouldn't matter. But then again, you know, how does Warner Brothers dictate how much to give them? Maybe that's the problem. Because I'm sure Netflix has some kind of data on how many plays something has or watch time, kind of like on YouTube. But how do they allocate money to that? You know, they could say, "Oh, Godzilla, we put Godzilla versus Kong on Netflix, and it had, you know, 100 million views in its first, month." Okay, great. How much money did that generate? How could you possibly know that? You know, especially if you're putting it on HBO Max and you say, well, since we put the movie up there, we've received, uh, you know, I don't know, fucking, 100,000 more dollars in subscriptions or something. Okay, well, great. How much of that came from other movies though? You know, it's like I don't exactly know how on any streaming service you would crunch the numbers like that because it's not a pay as you go. It's not like a movie ticket. So I don't know how they would do that. They have different roles, Met the Kaiju fan. They're like Legendary makes the movie, Warner Brothers throws some cash at it to help them with it. But Warner Brothers is ultimately in charge of distributing. So I don't exactly know why Legendary. I mean, I get why, but I don't really think they have a case. That's what I'm saying. But if they do have a case, or if Warner Brothers actually dwells on this, or if legal action is taken, if they can't come to an agreement, we're gonna have to wait more because they're not gonna Warner Brothers is not going to dare continue to put Godzilla's name next or GVK's name next to HBO Max if they know we're just gonna get more lawsuits over this. So they're not gonna do it. So Whatever. And by the way, last night are we really looking at Electro right now? Last night I looked around Twitter and I saw that we were not the only people that felt disappointed last night. So that's good. It's not like Godzilla fans were just butthurt. There's a lot of people that criticized CCXP for being garbage this year. And for those of you guys that were there last night, or those of you guys that actually watched CCXP, I mean, within the same panels, they were re-showing the same footage. They would show footage, like at the start of a panel, they'd have interviews about it, and then at the end of the panel, they'd re-show the same footage. Like, I don't know who planned it. There was a guy. He's actually from my home state, but he's a founder of Collider, and I like a lot of the stuff that he says on Twitter. He made a comment about how basically the con was like a waste of potential, if I'm remembering his wording right. Now I'll go find the tweet because it is true. Here we go. I got this. Warner Brothers panel at CCXP was not good. Whoever decided on the presentation should never be allowed to program a con again. All the questions were vanilla ice cream. How could you not end a panel with a sizzle reel for 2021 movies, even if it was footage already released? So he was not happy. You could have had someone at the end just talk about 2021 movies with logos behind them and say more soon. That's also very true because for a lot of these properties, especially for us, it feels like they're not even acknowledging the existence. One of the reasons I think the panels I run turn out well is I ask the questions fans want to know, and none of them spoil the movies. Well, we didn't really pay attention to Zendaya's interview because we don't care. Also, to be very clear, everything in this panel was Warner Brothers. They controlled what was shown, who got to ask questions. I just wish they understood that when you program 6 hours, you have to show new stuff. Oh, that's so good. And he's right. So that's his take on it. I can't tell you how many people had speculated, oh, there's got to be something for Godzilla today. But I just want to see if Trailer Track had any reaction to any of this stuff, or if they just kept with their stuff from yesterday. Oh, there you go. See right here, Suicide Squad and no trailer. Yep. So it's just okay. Beth, can you stop spamming, please? I see it. Don't worry about it. You're good. I saw it. It's not like I have a million people in here. I see like mostly every comment, so don't worry about it. So yeah, we were not the only people that were disappointed yesterday. So, if there are people out there that are telling you that you're a whining bitch or you're too obsessive over this stuff, don't worry about it. But news like this just doesn't make it any better. So, Okay, Jesus. Well, like, okay. Like, I don't really care if you spam, but it's just gonna be more annoying for everyone else who actually has something to say. Um, I was talking about the trailer being delayed. Excellent profile picture, by the way. I was talking about the trailer potentially being delayed because of some traction between the companies and their contracts and agreements. This legal shit that's on the screen. Um, if I had to take a guess on the outcome, I think we're probably going to have to wait indefinitely. I'm not even going to say Christmas. I'm not going to say the 10th. I don't have a guess right now, which makes me sad. And I don't want to push like pessimism on any of you guys. Like if you're confident and you're more optimistic than me, then go ahead. This is just me being it's just me telling you how I feel about it. So I don't want like my pessimism to rub off on you and make you convinced that nothing's going to happen. This is just my interpretation of this article is that we're in a situation where I think both companies they're going to have to sort out their shit. But mm, trying to see if there was if there's any actual comments to read instead of just crap. Unfortunately, I don't speak Spanish. He said talk in Spanish. I don't actually speak Spanish. Although he said that in Spanish, so I guess I can read it. So I think we'll get a trailer this month. I'm not even. I'm not. Last night when me and Sean were talking in here, and he threw around December 10th, I was like, yeah, I'll sign on to that. Whatever. I don't think I can anymore. just I just don't. Let me like triple check when this is from. Yeah, this article came out during. This is today actually. Yeah. So at this point, I'm not sticking to a date. Just I'm just gonna leave it at that. I really don't want to uh, get myself in a corner either. Get people's hopes up. I also didn't mean to get people's hopes up yesterday either. That was never my intention to. Um, but you know, I figured it would be a fun stream to do. Haven't done a stream in a while. It'll be fun to do, and then obviously we get that footage, and it's like, oh shit, it's here, it's coming today, and then that was it. Could have ended the stream at about an hour and 20 minutes, but nope. Let me see if there's whoops. Um, I can't like. Do I like the 2019 Godzilla design? Reissue. Yeah. I mean, it's basically the 2014 design, just took away all the unique parts and put the original stuff back in there. So I wasn't a fan of that, but it's still good. But I'm reserving my thoughts for that stuff for my big video that I'm working on, which I figured I would have time to write because I figured this is it. We're not going to get any more news for this movie probably for a while, but then today came Kong's design. I mean, it looks good. It's just 2017. He's got the beard right there. His shoulders. I feel like a teacher right now. His shoulders look like a lot more like padded, like they have more like stuff on them. Yeah, monkey. But it looks good. And we do have that design of Godzilla in the concept art where and in the posters where he has little like white ends on his dorsal fins. But in that footage yesterday, we didn't get to see enough of that to confirm whether that's true or not. Because hey, as long as we're talking about concept art, Godzilla 98 had atomic breath at one point. So yeah, they did make his head a little small. I don't mind the boxy look though. Do I think he'll have red atomic breath? Probably not. That's something that they probably would have done in the last movie, but then again, they they kind of blew that chance on the nuclear pulse. So 2005 looks more grumpy. No, maybe. The beard is a little noticeable when you watch the video. You can actually see it like waving around. There is a collar on Kong's neck. We've been talking about that for a while now. Only thing that sucks about this mic is that it doesn't allow me to see the chat if I get it up to a certain level. I might just throw it on screen for you guys. You can see yourself maybe. Let me get this up. I hate that top chat feature. Like they decide they get to sort who's important and who's not. Like get out of here with that. Well, we don't exactly. I mean, Sean. It depends on what the red atomic breath is, though. Is it more powerful, or is it just an aesthetic thing? Like we wouldn't know. I think Kong is cooked either way if he gets hit with it. I'm just betting on the fact that he probably won't. Your guardians, can you call them your guardians? Beth, I don't know what you're talking about either, by the way. Maybe Mechagodzilla is was used to launch that collar and have a lock around Kong's neck. I can't read that. Damn it. Oh, there it is. Maybe Mechagodzilla used to launch that collar. God damn it! Have a lock around Kong's neck to capture him. Well, yeah. That's something that Sean mentioned too, where he said maybe it's the Mechagodzilla stuff. Same material. Yeah, I know it's canon in the Heisei series, but that doesn't mean it is here. That's what I'm saying. Someone's trying to use Kong for war. That's what Ian says. It's possible. Godzilla 2021. Why is it so hard to just have some constant good news? Yeah. Thanks for the donation, by the way. But yeah, I'm thinking that myself. I just can't even get a break. Kid can't even read. God damn it. I should take why am I messing up the phrases? I'm gonna take a lesson on my own book and just shut up. Don't tell other people in the chat to shut up, by the way. That's my job. I just ignore them. Or I'll block them. I did that to many people yesterday because I couldn't. It was overbearing. I had fucking 600 people in the chat going, "Ugh." Like one guy came in and typed P like 30 times and I just couldn't figure it out. I was like, Um, we should have gotten a trailer or a poster. I mean, yeah, I mean, we actually don't have a poster technically. We have a banner that was used for the toys. We don't have a poster. We have logos, plenty of logos. How many at this point? Do we have like 4 officially released logo images? Godzilla's Kong's dog. That's why he has a collar. I don't know about that. I think we get a poster this week and a trailer announcement, just a guess. Oh, maybe. If you want to believe that, you can. I don't have the optimism at this point. And I don't think Gamera's coming in the Monsterverse. Why do you say December 16th? Did somebody really make a banner logo tier list? Because that might be pretty funny. Kong's a slave to Godzilla. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I theorize that Jesus, the whole thing just shook. I theorize that clip, actually the one behind me, is Kong on the aircraft carrier. You all should just go watch my video after this. But I explained it way better there. But like I think it's the aircraft carrier scene. Because the way he's crouching, and then the way in the CCXP clip from last year, he stood up kind of as he was punching. To me, it looks like one fluid movement. The setting looks the same. There's boats in the background. The sky it's bright, like it's sunny, but it's also cloudy. It looks the same. But if you look at the art of that, I don't see anything on Kong's neck. It's not on any of the toys. They spoiled an axe, but they didn't spoil a collar. I can look again. I look again and all of a sudden it appears like we haven't seen it before. Chat, you're gone for a minute. It ain't there, man. He's got nothing around his neck. Do not know. So maybe it's a different scene. Maybe it's like in the same sequence, but not the same exact shot. I mean, I had a theory, like maybe the two scenes were related. Like maybe Godzilla was swimming. We'll say like Godzilla's shot took place like over here. He swims up, comes up. Kong's already standing there. He roars at him. Something like that, maybe. Oh, Mothzilla. Yeah. Let's get Mothzilla back. Me and Sean are gonna have to do that, by the way. Maybe since I'm on a fucking roll with these live streams, I'll do that. Me and Sean will do a Mothzilla stream one of these nights. It's crazy. He flexes his neck muscles and snaps at the collar. Yeah, maybe. Who the hell knows? Like, maybe Maybe they put it around his neck and it knocked him out, and he was being dragged on the boat or on one of these aircraft carriers was dragging him off the island, and he breaks out and he snaps it off. You guys can hope for Christmas. I just don't know if it's going to happen, and I don't want to claim anything because I don't want to be held responsible if I get people hyped. So I'm going to close this off in a couple minutes, by the way. This is like your 3 to 5 minute warning. How do you drag a 350 tall ape on the boat? So if you guys have any last questions or friggin' super chats or whatever the hell, you can send them in. I want to find that. How did you drag a 350-foot tall ape to a boat? Who the hell knows? Maybe they could. Maybe they go with the. I really wouldn't like to see it because. But I was gonna say, maybe like they do the Monster Zero Invasion of Astro Monster alien brain control thing. But then again, they did that to Rampage. So now I kind of feel like that's just like kind of not an option at this point. What do I hope to happen in the GVK trailer? I would say don't show anything other than the guys we know are in the movie. It is my favorite ship, Sean. You're right. Yeah, I would say I just want something that only shows them. I don't want to see anybody else, and y'all know who I'm talking about. But I don't even want to see the skull crawlers. I don't even want to see like just. It doesn't even have to be that much. Give me some location shots. Give me something of Apex. Show some of the human characters doing their thing. Show me lots of clips of Godzilla, lots of clips of Kong. Show me Skull Island. Show me Hong Kong. That kind of shit. Oh, Jesus, Godzilla. I can click on that too. The trailer can basically come out any day now in the future. It's just depends on when Warner Brothers Legendary can get their crap together. No, that's what I'm saying. I just don't want to. I don't know the contract that they have well enough. I don't know what position of an agreement they're in, so I'm not. I don't feel like I'm in a position to claim this will be over soon. How long did it take you to pace this? I don't disagree, but yeah, people say it's test footage. I don't know what source said that ever, but not that I would disagree with it, not that it matters, but I just don't know where people got that from. So people coming in here, Godzilla 2020 coming in here saying what's happening. Rewind, start from the beginning. It's going to be over in a second anyway. Oh, you got the smart people in here that know how to tag me so that my name is highlighted. Hopefully Godzilla and Kong will still be alive, but could just be paralyzed. What? Well, what do you mean? Do you mean like I mean technically they were paralyzed like in I don't know what I'm thinking. Monster Zero, but they could move. Who's this 10 pixel dude? What? I gotta find this now. People are like freaking out over this guy. Oh, he's seen the trailer. Someone leaked it to him. Yeah, we buy it. We totally buy it. I don't care if you put it in the chat, but then again, I really don't believe that you actually saw the trailer, so I don't really care. I cannot tell you how many leaks there were before the Godzilla 2014 trailer and the Godzilla 2 trailer that were all wrong. There were so many wrong predictions for those trailers coming out. Literally nobody knew. You will link it now. All right, go ahead. Let me copy paste it. Okay. This is funny. I was gonna close it off. Yeah, no, yeah, I know what it probably is. I was gonna close it up, and now I'm interested. Perhaps they use a dead Titan moving carrier to transport Kong, which shows how they fight on a carrier. That's what I'm saying. They're probably gonna like a turn on the classic story where instead they drag him on a boat. I mean, if they just put him on a carrier, I mean, he's way bigger now than he was ever before, so they're gonna have to use a carrier. This is funny. All right, guy, you got 1 minute to post this link, and then I'm out of here. Boom. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, you guys have like 30 seconds to say your thing, and I'll try to answer everything that I see. If more news comes out, again, I only do streams like this if I don't have the time to record a video, or I've already recorded a video that day and I'm tired. So these are fun. It's a good way to really get longer thoughts out. Holy shit, Godzilla 2021. It just seems dumb for Godzilla to stand on a carrier since he weighs 100,000 tons. It looks like, as I broke it down last year, it kind of looks like it's breaking anyway. Oh, I don't think you can post links in the chat. You can in the comments though if you wanna. When this stream is over, you can go to the comments if you want. Everybody can come revisit the video and see 10 pixels right. Okay, I'm out of here, everybody, but just don't. Yeah, you can't post links in the chat. You can do it in YouTube comments, but not in live chat. I didn't think about that. Only I can, I think, because I'm a moderator or the runner of this. This is it. This is just kind of sad news, but I would just say, let's see. Take a deep breath. It's bad news, but we'll see what happens with Warner Brothers and Legendary. If the 10th passes and we get nothing, that's whatever. If Christmas passes and we get nothing, then some shit's happening. So, thank you guys for coming. Peace. Go watch my news video. Or come back here to see if 10 Pixels is bullshitting everyone.